Welcome into the fastest 2 minutes in all of YouTube. This is the fastest 2 minutes on Trust the Prophet's YouTube page. Matt DeSantis talks too much, so I said, Matt, sit in the hot seat and let's just nail you down for 25 seconds. We're going to put 25 seconds on the clock. We're going to go speed round for you with 5 questions. First up, in the field so far of the 2023 Kentucky Derby, which horse has the best name?
You know, I'm going to have to go with a horse, Raise Cane, coming out of New York. I always like the name of that horse. I have a connection to the professional wrestler Kane from the WWE. So Raise Cane, also a little bit of a biblical story as well. I like it. I'm going to go Raise Cane coming out of New York as my best name in this year's Kentucky Derby.
I learned how to keep you quiet. 25 seconds, you nailed it. All right, next up. What is the best value of this year's race?
Well, if you've paid attention to me at all, you know where I'm going with this. That is 2 fills, my friends. He is going to be a big price, I think, on the board, and he has run some fantastic races. Is the only horse outside of California to record a 100-plus Beyer speed figure as a 3-year-old. He's a really legitimate threat. He's going to run his race, super tactical, 2 fills, my best value.
Look at you, on fire. All right, here we go. Next up, who's the most overhyped horse in this year's field?
Yeah, it's a tough question. I went back and forth with a couple here. Ultimately, I landed on Tapit Trice. I like this horse a lot, but there are still things to clean up. And I think that depending on where he's going to get his post and depending on how he continues to progress, I still think that there's a lot of desire for people to really bet him down. He's very low price in the futures. Tapit Trice, a little overhyped in my opinion.
Oh, baby. I'm going to clip that off, and that is going to be used. Any lounge I host, and I'm going to send that to El Hombre over and over and over again. You're on the record. All right, it's only April, but hey, who's your Derby winner?
If you've been watching me at all, people should know where I'm going. And that is the land of the rising sun, my friends. This is going to be the year. Dermasotogake. He's over here at Churchill Downs. He blew out the UAE Derby. He has a huge speed figure from Timeform US now that they finally timed the race correctly. He's going to be my pick, making history this year in the Kentucky Derby.
Watch out for Continuar. Don't get caught.
I agree. He's a very, very good horse as well.
By betting on the wrong Japanese horse. All right, last question. Who's going to finish last?
You know, it's interesting. Chuck Simon, who's a former trainer who I've had on before, always says, listen, there's 6 or 7 horses that just get pulled up in this race every single year. So figuring out who finishes last is a fool's errand. But I'm going to go with Wild on Ice, who was a huge long shot in the Sunland Derby. It's a cool story. I'm rooting for him, obviously, but from a class standpoint, I think he finishes last.
Nailed it, Matt. Thanks so much for joining us on the fastest 2 minutes in YouTube. Please like and subscribe. Trust the Prophets.